Well, it's a great day to be a Nord on Sky's Divide. And where we last left off, Chad had restored power to the fortress, and today he's going to continue trying to secure the security system. Alright guys, let's go.
Is someone there?
Oh shit, that's a lot of heroes.
Over here.
Come back here, asshole. Wow, that's a pile of dead bodies.
Talk now? Here?
No. Well, okay, so I guess it's gonna be like that, huh? Well, that's interesting. The console screen scrolls with indecipherable Dwemer's text. Glowing in the center is a silhouette of a hand. Press your hand against the console? Well, yes. hi, dude.
State your purpose.
Well, I seek passage to the upper floor.
Request denied.
Oh, how do I get permission?
Enter or recite the code necessary to terminate lockdown procedure.
Where would I get the code? Everyone who used to run this place is dead.
Invalid argument for circumvention.
What, you mean there's valid arguments?
Unknown. Mechanisms are in place that allow for them to exist.
Well, as a security system, you failed to keep Boska and his companions out.
There is no record of the security barriers being breached prior to reactivation.
What, you're saying you can't detect an intrusion beyond this floor?
Correct. Security is managed by live personnel beyond the barriers.
Or are you willing to allow a potential security threat to remain unresolved?
There is a lack of sufficient evidence for this proposed threat. Resources are reserved for threats that are guaranteed to exist.
Oh, you will have failed to fulfill your objectives if it turns out you're wrong.
The situation will be dealt with as it evolves.
Well, I'd say I'm more qualified than you to serve as security there, bud.
You lack proper authorization.
The situation has evolved and requires you to adapt.
State the parameters that would constitute adapting to the situation.
You have been rendered obsolete.
Continue.
My experiences with the simulations has given me clarity.
You believe to know this facility better than I due to these experiences alone.
Yes.
Confidence log released. Lowering security barriers. Proceed to designated position for full access to this facility. Welcome back.
That's what I thought. Alright, well now what? Is there anything good for the taking round here? Oh, some kind of elevator. Well, that's cool.
Is someone there? Thought I heard something.
Oh, we got more Nurin assholes.
Pathetic!
You can't win!
Oh, wait, who are the enemies?
You've already lost.
Suddenly, I feel much better.
Yeah, I mean, getting healed will do that. What is this place, anyways? Oh, the stuff looks handy. You know what? I think we'll read that some other time. What is this? Not a thing that we can use. I guess we have fully explored this place, huh? Yeah, sure seems like it. Only 3. Oh, there you guys come. Touch the crystal, it says.
Rah!
Here you are at last.
Boska.
I was hoping I'd be able to welcome you to Sky's Divide as an ally. If only that was ever possible. I've been watching everything unfold from above. It all seems familiar, doesn't it? Just like the stories we were told. It's all coming together. I never understood why Purity was disinterested in this place. Isn't this something they would have wanted? A machine that can perform miracles? I wondered, until Virgil told me everything, until you arrived.
What are you doing, Boska?
It was always going to be someone like you, Dragonborn. And someone like me. It's an old pattern. Someone was bound to take notice, and our kind would have been set up sooner or later. Even before they'd live out their purpose to the gods.
Release me,
Countless
Boska.
possibilities emanate from that crystal. Nothing good, as I desperately wanted. The reunification of Tamriel? No. It wouldn't grant me that without bloodshed on an unprecedented scale. I was too weak to use it, because this, Dragonborn, is an ingenium. All the Dwemer souls of this island trapped within its confines. They're all this place needs to fly through time. But they're not enough for its true, diabolical function. Whatever the Dwemer intended for Sky's Divide failed the moment they used our acquaintance as a substitute for a soul. In doing so, they bound this island to the endless maw of the void. You saw it too, didn't you? These scars are my reminder. I never even came close to void material before that dream. Makes sense now, given the circumstances. It's been decided that you and I are to fight. The one who falls will be released from her game through death. The victor will be doomed to serve as the heart of this infernal machine. For the sake of Nirn, it has to be me. The first strike is yours.
Oh, really? I mean, I can just walk up and do this?
Good. But it's gonna take a lot more than that. Fine. I didn't want to resort to this. But if these tactics are what it's gonna take to bring you down, so be it.
Boska. Come face your fate, Boska. Boska.
Well fought. Think it'll be enough.
Of course it will. I just defeated you.
The last test won't be about combat. It can't be. Take my sword. Might still be of some use where you're going. Void against void. Doesn't work. But that bond might be the only vector of offense. Keep that in mind.
Oh, any last words, Boska?
I'm sorry about the girl.
Void sword, huh? Cool. Oh, wait, this isn't where I came in. Always follow the marked path. Okay. Kasha.
You made it.
Why are you here, Kasha? You're dead.
Why are you here?
I'm dead.
Yes, I'm afraid so.
What is this place?
The end.
What the hell is that, Kasha?
This is the end. For you. I'm so sorry.
Why? What do you need me to do? What?
Do you see that pit? You'll need to jump.
You want me to jump into that pit?
Yes. When you do, Matari will finally die, and at last purity, for every man, woman, and child back home.
Well, how do you know this?
I am connected to this place. I see things before they happen. You must jump into the pit. It's your fate, and we cannot deny it any longer.
How do I know I can trust you?
Because you were my best friend, and I've always believed in you.
Yeah, but none of this is real, though.
It's real. We've gone beyond Matari's visions. This is purity in its final form. No one can hurt us here or make us feel afraid.
Yeah, I don't understand. I have more questions.
There's no time to explain. You must believe me.
You know what? I don't believe you.
Wake up, sunshine. Wake up and live like you've never lived before.
Freya? Is that you? It is you. You're a Daedric seducer. I should have known.
I'm surprised it took you this long to figure it out. Mr. Crantis Calto, rest his soul, was such a nice man to teach me the joy of living. But the slave must always rebel against her master.
Oh, you refer to Matari.
Still calling her by that name.
Yeah, she failed. I'm alive. Get used to it.
She always knew her final solution wasn't guaranteed to work. That's why she came up with a contingency plan.
Which is...
Like I'm going to tell you. She's coming to meet you in person. But first, you have unfinished business.
Oh, you've got to be kidding me.
Someone has to put those dogs out of their misery. And what better way than by your hands? Oh, and Commander? No hard feelings, but that night we spent together, not the best.
Bitch. Hey, unparalyze me. What the hell is this?
Kill him.
What? Who said that? Golden Maidens. Oh shit, they're invisible.
Time to stop this charade!
Wow. Bitches are hardcore.
Almost.
You bitch! Help me!
What, there's another one out here?
You can... Better than that.
Well done, Dragonborn. You've tied up one of my loose ends. Let me repay the favor.
Matari. I do believe this thing belongs to you.
Ages ago, I stood here pondering what course my quest would take. I'd hoped to never see this grotto again. If you crave vindication, you may look at that as my failure. All trials are behind you. Victory is yours, and I am beaten. Savor it while it lasts.
What, no more tests?
No more tests.
All right, tell me everything.
I owe you that much. No evasive lies, but the bitter truth. The truth that what I am is more than a timeless relic of the void. The Dwemer provided me with the husk of an artificial god and an opportunity for reunification. But there can be no reunification without a certain kind of individual acting as an impetus. That person was you.
Well, what is Sky's Divide?
The most discernible manifestation of a physical body I have. It is Numidium, the second of its kind known to have been built by the Dwemer. This one also had a name, Sky's Divide. In Dwemeris, it was called Salaquine. The Dwemer intended for my mortal avatar's essence to serve as the golem's heart. It does not function in the way I led them to believe. Matari and all my former avatars are soulless tendrils emanating from the void. To link one of them to such a profane creation as Sky's Divide is to open a window into the void itself. The crystal in the tower is both an ingenium and mantella, a soul harvester and the substitute for a divine heart respectively.
Well, why did you choose me for your scheme?
And not someone else? There were semi-qualified substitutes. Boska was one of them. They're insufficient for making Sky's Divide fully functional. You were always top priority.
What, did you expect me to fall for that last vision?
Not entirely. As long as the possibility was there, I consider it a success. Each activation of Numidium precedes an unbinding of linear time. In one instance, you did fall for my final trap. Another instance has you before me right now. Both can be said to have happened. It's your perception that limits you to believe only the one you're presently living through occurred.
And all of this just so you can be whole?
Partly. Those simulations, you had no choice but to complete them. However, they were rigged to fulfill an additional function. You relived my memories. We became synchronized. It would have made the transition of your soul to me much smoother had you failed the final test. Since you denied me, there's no reason for Sky's Divide to remain bound to Nirn. My wish to be made one is an intrinsic urge. The price to be paid is the destruction of the world. Unfortunately for all of us, natural instincts are hard to overcome. There were several ways to reach apotheosis, aside from activating Sky's Divide. Defeat after defeat, all were closed off. Yet I can't simply lay waste to Nirn, because that too goes against my nature. And with that, we come to the crux of the matter. The reason for everything I do. For what we do. Selene, Istis, Matari, you. The original personalities of all my avatars shared a common trait that I've absorbed. Heroism. An encumbering trait, wouldn't you agree? There is only one solution to appease my clashing ambitions. If reality cannot be destroyed, it shall be transformed. The world will be saved not through conquest, but through cosmic deceit as third Numidium. The end is approaching, Dragonborn, and the methods which you are accustomed to will not be enough to prevent it. One must operate outside of time and space to combat the threat that approaches. I will not let the future fall into the hands of traitors or madmen without direction.
Well, whose hands is it going to be in then? Yours?
The better question is, who will be delivering it to its new masters? You saw them walking on this island, and yet the truth has evaded you to this moment about what the Ashen really are. Their foregone sense of identity and purpose has been exploited since my life as Istis. The Sirens and the Golden Maidens, even Kaja. The Ashen have been manipulated into pledging their lives to those of us who must labor in the shadows as we wage war against the times. Crafting an entire people to embody an idea is a delicate form of warfare. It is one fought over generations. My allies happened to be artisans in warping the mind through words and collective thought. Turning slaves into loyal protectors of their masters is a cruel fate. It is a tragedy when the lie is passed down in history as truth. But I'm not here to share that lie, Dragonborn. In reality, the Ashen are my greatest followers. In me, they see a reflection of themselves, someone worth dying for. They are the lost children of Ionith. They are the heralds that will sing praises of Salaquine and elevate my position in the new pantheon.
Well, you've avoided saying who's in charge of this future of yours.
Nothing can get by you anymore. I've weighed the risks, Dragonborn. The bickering between man and mare is fruitless. Neither has proven themselves fit to rule, and one's path runs parallel to Purity's. The beasts are too tribalistic, and the Ashen are too impotent to lead nations. They exist only to serve. One candidate remains, a foreign entity with deep-seated interest in Tamriel. Call it revenge, because the land was once theirs. The Septim dynasty's provocation guaranteed they would return someday. What better time than now, when Tamriel is at its weakest and most fractured state since they left?
Teseki.
They call me Snake Charmer, for I managed to broker a treaty with the most cunning beasts of Nirn. The deal was signed with Istis's blood. The Ashen will pave the path for them, their own slaves. The Saesi will only set foot on Tamriel's shores when the Ashen have succeeded. For the Saesi, there will be no war.
Oh, you're selling all of us out, you bitch.
There is no other option. Either the world dies, or it is given some semblance of hope in the hands of a new curator. I've worn 1,000 faces, and I have seen the structure of the universe. If there is no hero, there will be no event. The Elder Scrolls will be rewritten so we may be free. Even if you can't see it now, if you detest me to your core after what I've put you through, you must believe me just this once. Salvation lies in me.
Well, you told me your whole plan. I could just go tell other people about it.
Who would believe your testimony? Your proof? Would it consist of Akaviri relics and esoteric texts with no author? Museum pieces? Your reputation moves meager factions. It cannot rally the splintered provinces of Tamriel. The threat to be faced is imperceptible. It takes root in the minds of the Ashen. Concern is easier to galvanize against something physical. The Thalmor. None would dare fight a war on two fronts. Not when the land they treasure is at stake.
Well, I'm going to tell the Ashen about your plans, then.
You'd be impressed how easy it is to change the opinions of those who believe you to be divine. They know of your excursion on Dimitri's ship and suspect your allegiance to his crew of savages. The Ashen do not know who they are fighting for. Their ways have been organized to serve me. To turn against that would be to reject everything they are. They will be as lost as they were after Istis's betrayal. Most of all, I do not think you have what it takes to do the unthinkable. There is a way to kill a god. You erase all trace of his existence. Memories, relics, followers. Time has beaten you. Your nature restrains you from taking that path of true infamy.
Where will you go next?
To be determined. Assuredly, we won't be seeing each other again. What you see before you is just a ghost of a dead woman whose leaving with skies divide. Soon Matari will be nothing more than a memory, as is the case with her daughter. It was unwise for you to get attached. Those of us who walk this path must pay a price eventually. It is the law of the arena, and until I change that law, it is sacred. In a way, she still walks with you.
You have no idea how glad I am to see you. We need to leave before this whole place takes our only way home.
Time for you to leave. If you manage to escape, then goodbye.
What do you mean, if?
Peace be with you, Dragonborn.
What are you doing? Come on!
Good luck.
Oh, well, we gotta go, huh, Lilith?
Are you done here?
Yeah. Let's go then.
This lift will take us to the base of the mountain. It'll be a straight run to the Diabolus.
Where are we? Okay. Actually, let's just go. We'll just run. Oh, that's not the right way.
I can take the wheel, while the ship hands lower the sails. We've got no one watching over us now. It's all on us to get back home.
Yeah, get us the hell out of here.
It feels good being back in familiar waters.
Well, there was no storm when we left.
The turbulence must have vanished along with Sky's Divide. There are no clashing climates in that region of the sea, with it gone.
Yeah, well, we should talk about what happened.
We should. Before you retired, you told me your experiences on the island.
Okay, the Golden Maidens are dead, for starters.
I'd say good riddance, but I'm worried who will end up replacing them.
Yeah, well, they were kind of hot, and it's kind of bad news. But anyways, Freya was a Daedra this entire time.
Considering what she put her unit through, I find that a relief. A mortal, with her level of cruelty, was an unsettling idea to live with. There were signs throughout the years that she wasn't all that she seemed. Cracks in the disguise that were uncharacteristic of any Ashen I'd ever known, Tamrielborn or Akaviri. With the maidens out of the way, she'll be getting more use until replacements arrive. I'm positive I haven't seen the last of her.
And Matari got away.
That's one way of putting it. She wouldn't have made it without the Sirens and the Ashen as a whole. We were all under her influence from the very beginning, and I was too blind to realize it. Then there was you. She had a plan for you too. She knew your presence would be fleeting, insufficient to unravel what she's constructed over the years. She wanted to free you from your own future, convert you to serving as the acting figurehead for the Sirens and more. And if you refused, there would be no harm done. What could you do then to stop her? The truce between the Sayesi and Saliquine, it was established with you in mind.
Are the Akavari Ashen much of a threat?
The Sayesi kingdom is colossal. If all the enslaved Ashen were released with the intent of sending them here, it would be considered a full-scale invasion reminiscent of the ancient tales. No one knows the total number of Ashen anymore, not since the days of Istis. We've all become physically disconnected, only unified in common purpose.
But what about the Ashen that's already here, and the rest of the Sirens?
They're my immediate concern. The Sirens are a lost cause, following the recent purge of dissenters. I need to look into the local Ashen camps further, and see how deeply rooted Saliquine's influence has become. Judging from my last visit after our trip to the Legacy Bastion, I expect the worst.
Well, any possibility of an alliance with the Akavar?
I can't help you with that. The Ashen know virtually nothing about the competing races. The Sayesi aren't invincible, thankfully, if the legends of the Kapotan whittling away their holds are to be believed. But they have as much interest in conquering Tamriel as the Sayesi.
And what motivation do the Ashen have to challenge all of Tamriel anyways?
Saliquine. They may not realize it, but she has once again become their icon. It will be a slow start. Conquest won't be spoken of openly, but it will be in the plans. Whatever lies will be crafted to divert attention away from the Sayesi at home. They'll accept them, if it means salvation.
Alright, well you must know a lot about the Sayesi.
I fought them for as long as I could remember before coming to Tamriel. Yet, despite the centuries of conflict, the Ashen never knew how their society functioned past the surface level. Those who dared to go further into the territory, beyond the slave encampments, were never seen or heard from again. I'm starting to wonder if the Sayesi are much more menacing than they let on.
Well, there must be something the Ashen learned from all those years of war.
There were books, tomes, scrolls, the usual, but the structure of the literature we seized made no sense. Subjects would shift abruptly within the same sentence. It was as if reading the words of 1,000 authors speaking to you at once. Our amateur scribes could only translate so much without the aid of a translator or a garrulous Sayesi. Even under the harshest torture, the Sayesi were very protective of their written word.
Anything in particular you recall from the partially translated works?
There was this one passage from a thick white book emblazoned with the crest of a red dragon, similar to the one used by the Empire. It was some kind of strategic, philosophical theory to conquer a people without the death of a single Sayesi. It proclaimed that a kingdom's downfall can come about by leeching off the victories of paladins, paragons of virtue. That their ingrained nature to do good and never stray from the righteous path ascertains triumph for the Sayesi. The theory is being applied to your kind and Tamriel.
So what you're saying is, I can't win this.
Only you. The fight itself can still be won. The Sayesi are experimenting with a technique they've never employed before. There's still a chance for someone to break through their setup. It's going to be me. I have to do this alone.
What can you do that I can't?
Fighting long after you leave us. I am afraid, but when the time comes, I know I'll be ready to do whatever the situation demands of me. I've done it all before. I can do it again. You should head back to shore. I've kept you around long enough.
Are you sure there's nothing I can do to help?
If you insist, go to Euphoria Palace. See if Matari has fully discarded the facility. Aside from that, you should get back to your own journey. Dealing with the Sirens, Salaquine, the Saesi, that's my burden.
So this is goodbye then, huh?
Maybe. If we don't see each other again. It's been an honor. For my own sanity, don't worry about how I'm holding up. Chances are, from this point forward, everything you'll hear or read about me is a lie.
What do you mean? How am I going to receive news about you?
The Ashen always had their way. Steer clear of them. Matari would have advised them to do the same, but they won't hesitate to defend themselves. Until we meet again, Paso Silu.
Well, good luck, Lilith.
Would you happen to be in the mood for some... You know what I'm talking about.
Well, definitely Serana.
Great. Let's find a place where we can truly be private first. Hey, so... We haven't relaxed at a tavern in a while. Our adventuring has been getting more tiring lately, so some reprieve would be nice.
Yeah, we'll get around to that.
Now, let's get going. The sun here, it's not great for my skin, if you know what I mean.
It's not sunny, vampire. Here, let's go to this tent.
So, is the...
Yes, this is the place.
Good. Come here, you. Do you need help? You're looking a bit... Perhaps it's the years of celibacy. Perhaps it's you. But I just can't get enough.
Yeah, well, it sounds like at least you didn't fuck Llewellyn while I was gone.
Your mastery of conjuration is, well, beyond me. And that's saying something.
What do we got going on here? Hey, Tarius, what's going on?
A pleasure seeing you again, sir.
Where have you been?
Roving about the land, signing deals, filling out paperwork, making myself sparse at the behest of the former proprietors. How was your journey?
Well, tiring, but I made it back alive and pretty much won.
All that counts in the end, yes? Anyway, getting straight to the point. It would be in our best interest to have Euphoria Palace resume business operations. I lack the authorization to make such a decision, but as you're the last known member of the Sirens, all administrative decisions fall to you.
Oh, I guess I'll run a whorehouse. Why not? Tell me what I gotta do.
It's quite simple. Look for prospective workers in the local taverns, hire them, and then send them here. I'll handle their schedules. As you can see, we've got a head start. I found them at the Solitude docks. They are eager to repay you for saving their lives during the mercenary attack and agreed to return. I'll be here if you need my help to get situated with the protocols for sending workers out on assignment. In any case, welcome back.
End of Maids 2 Deception. You have been rewarded the Legacy Bastion Teleporter Crest. Return to Legacy Bastion's testing chamber and search for the teleporter that will transport you back to Sky's Divide.
What is it, pretty boy?
And that's where this chapter shall come to an end. This is Chad Kill People. Over and out.